me, the sea was always about freedom. I thought I'd be sailing for the rest of my life. But what I learned through being on the water was that when you sail around the world, you take with you everything you need for your survival. And I suddenly realized our global economy is no different at all. It's entirely dependent on resources we have once in the history of humanity.
Ce ferry nous emmène sur l'île de White. Je vais y rencontrer Ellen MacArthur et tous les membres de la Fondation Ellen MacArthur. On va retravailler ensemble à un nouveau partenariat de 3 années supplémentaires. Ça fait 7 ans qu'on travaille ensemble.
Renault was there at the beginning of this journey as we started to put the idea, the concept of the circular economy together. Within a circular economy, from the outset, you design an economy that not only recovers the materials, but also saves the energy within that product, the embedded energy in the manufacturing of the product, and the product is used to a much higher value. What we've seen with Renault is the most incredible illustration of how circular economics exists right through the business.
I can give you one number. Altogether, our recycling and remanufacturing affiliates generates a revenue of €500 million, half of them being purely circular.
It proves the economic rationale for a circular economy. There are many examples of this within Renault. There's the closed loop element of feeding materials back into the supply chain, so taking an old vehicle, taking the material and feeding it back, but in a closed loop fashion. There's the business model shift, which enables the electric vehicles to provide power through the service of the battery, the leasing of the battery. That is a business model change, which means that the battery goes back to Renault, who knows what to do with it. And then you have the service industry, for example, where you can take a remanufactured part and you can repair a vehicle at less cost for the user of the vehicle, at better profit for Renault. You know, when Renault talks about increasing the recycled content of a vehicle to 36%, that's real, that's now, and that's billions of vehicles.
There will be a new closed-loop material on textile this year. We just started manufacturing of electrical circuit. The main subject at the moment is the life cycle of the electrical vehicle battery.
So here we have communications. There's a lot of people. We have some in America, some in Brussels, based in Brussels, so sometimes they're here.
Plastic project.
Yeah, I think what's changed is the foundation has become much more international, at the same time as the circular economy ambition for Renault.
We've been successful in Europe, in France on some projects, and now we duplicate. India, for example, you have a specific project there, and we are starting an activity there. Plastic, of course, and now we have this challenge of new mobility around car sharing, connected car, autonomous driving, electrical car, of course. It means also a mobility as a service, and that's also a circular economy principle.
Mobility is changing so quickly at the moment. It could be very different from today in 10 years, in which case there's a lot of work to do and a lot of opportunity to be had as well.